I couldn't find you.
Hey, you know the rest of the name, right? Okay, I think we're live. It's not showing the same live notification, but I think we are live. All righty. Let me see here. Yes, we are live, y'all. So let me grab this link and place it in the group so that they can conveniently drop into our YouTube live chat. Speaking of groups, are you an entrepreneur struggling and spinning your wheels trying to make it to your first six figures? Then this morning show is just for you. But being in studio for this morning show, like Teray and Heather and Dr. Tachi and Cheryl Dewana, Shawana and Dr. LaFera are, is just one of the ways you can take advantage of the value given by our group. We come together as a free business mastermind, giving more value than most paid masterminds. We have three pillars of value that we give in this group. Number one, we come together and build community with events like virtual happy hours and a movie club night. Number two, we are intentional about collaborating to make each other's businesses better and make money together. And last but not least, number three, we have conversations that are transformational for your business growth, like free trainings and this morning show. So let's get started. Welcome to your First Six Figures morning show. This week, we are talking about business growth by effectively watching others. Okay. And this all starts with the blog. And our blog is at shaycannon.com / oh, that's the wrong channel, / others. Okay. Others. So let me throw that in the chat for everybody so you guys can go. Good morning, Chantilly. We see you over here on the YouTube side. Okay. This is gonna be a soft skills week, right? It's gonna be, I'm back from my birthday and my vacation. I got an old Swan Bob. Y'all don't know who Swan is. Look it up. But anyway, so what I want to talk about this week is more mindset, but I feel like it's important, right? Because what I know about you entrepreneurs is you're watching everybody, right? But watching everybody can be a double-edged sword in entrepreneurship. Some of the gurus you're watching, you're taking their year 20 of success and their strategies in year 20 and trying to apply it to your year two business incorrectly. And some of you are looking at your peers and comparing yourself, and you're getting down on yourself. You're using it as negative comparison, right? Why can't I do it like that? Why aren't I successful like that? I'm doing the same thing. Why didn't it turn out like that for me? So you can watch others, but there's a more effective and strategic way of doing that. So we're going to talk about that this week. In what ways should you be watching others and how can it benefit you? So today we're going to talk about inspiration, okay? Inspiration. If you don't know what inspiration is something that makes you feel like things are possible. It's inspiring, right? So you should look to others for what is possible for you to achieve too. Okay. Don't get down in the dumps like you can't have it and they have it. No, this proof positive that you can have it too. So when you see others achieving success, it can serve as a powerful reminder of what is possible for you too. Let their progress fuel your determination, not dampen it. Okay. Use it as evidence that there is demand in the market or that the audience that you seek to capture is receptive to the innovative ideas that you're thinking about doing. If you see somebody else doing it with success, that means you can do it with success. This mindset shift allows you to remain inspired by their path without feeling overshadowed. Okay. Remember, their success is not a limitation, but an invitation for you to pursue your own version of success. Okay. So be inspired. Now, that's everything that was in the blog, almost word for word, because when I was writing it early in the wee hours of the morning, I was like, oh, yeah, this is so good. I'm going to say every word. Okay. Now, On the morning show, we give you more. So I'm going to go over some show notes. We're going to go over 10 ways, okay? 10 ways to be inspired by others. And before I give you more, if you don't know me, I'm your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional COO to an exclusive clientele of 6- and 7-figure CEOs, living my best life 3 blocks from the beach in Mexico. I use my superpowers to create a foundation of business growth, to position online service-based entrepreneurs, to implement strategies that can generate your first 6 figures, to support your desired lifestyle, even if you don't have a team. Ooh, that was a mouthful. We might be cutting that down, okay? Let's get into our 10 strategies for inspiration that we can get from watching others, okay? So number 1, you can create an inspiration board, okay? An inspiration board. It's kind of like a vision board. Do you have a vision board for your business? I have one for my business in particular, right? You can have all kind of vision boards. That doesn't have to be just one for your life to encompass everything on one board. You can segment that thing out so that you have one just for your business, but you can have one that's just for the things that inspire you in your business, okay? Number 2, set aside weekly time to look at your inspiration, right? We want to pull that in. We want to make it a part of our week if we don't make it daily, okay? At least make it a part of the week. Number 3, we want to adopt some gurus for inspiration, okay? And those gurus are the people that are influential and are doing things in a big way, right? So not necessarily our peers, but those big names, okay? We want to the ones whose journey resonate with us, whether they simply we're simply following their works and their insights because they're great people to be inspired by, or they're specifically in our industry. It could be either one, all right? Celebrate the wins of others, right? We love, as a part of your 6 figures group, our community, we love to celebrate each other. We love to know about what each other are doing and celebrate each other, okay? It's inspirational when someone else is doing something that is celebratory worthy, right? So celebrate others. Number 5, create a success stories playlist. Okay, let me tell you how I am a YouTube girl, and I have so many playlists that I am able to play while I'm working. So you can compile a playlist of interviews. It could be podcasts. It could be a movie. It could be anything that's about successful entrepreneurs, period, or successful entrepreneurs in your industry. Listen to these while you're commuting, while you're working out, any kind of downtime to be inspired by their journey, all right? You can read bibliographies of successful entrepreneurs or successful people, okay? This is number 6 out of 10. So we can read books on it. I love me a good book. I don't necessarily read them these days. I do more of an audible girl, right? There are even entire books on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, so you can go to YouTube and they play them on YouTube. Number 7, create a success affirmation routine. This is your daily thing, okay? If you look back on inspirational things weekly so that you can be inspired by it, you should be saying inspiring things to yourself daily, okay? For example, I am capable of achieving success, and I'm taking steps toward my own version of it each day, right? Hey, yours will probably be a little better than that. I just came off the cuff with it, but come up with some affirmations that you can say to yourself every day. You want to be a badass? Say it in the mirror. I dare you. Say it in the mirror. I am. Say it in the mirror. You are, pointing at yourself, right? So give a success, create a success affirmation routine. Number 8, start a weekly inspiration reflection. So if you're doing some kind of, at the beginning of the week, you're whatever you're inspired by at the end of the week, what have you done in your business that is inspiring you, right? So you can take 10 minutes and every week at the end of the week and say, okay, this is what happened that was inspiring in my business this week, okay? Number 9, create a wins wall. Because, we love to celebrate other people. We really do. But when it comes to ourselves, sometimes we forget how great we are. So when you have a win, big or small, right? Go ahead. Just like you got a vision board, let's create us a wins wall, right? What are the things that are just heavy hitting wins. It could be small wins, but especially those big wins, because sometimes you forget how far you've come just because you haven't hit the big goal. But there are milestones, there are small steps all along the way that are wins that without those smaller wins, you would make big wins. Okay. So create a wins wall. Last but not least, follow industry trends and successes to be inspired by. Okay, you can subscribe to newsletters, you can subscribe to blogs like mine at shaycannon.com. And you can just be inspired by the information that you're getting in that is what's happening in your industry, or that what's happening in business and entrepreneurship, period. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to do a round robin. We're going to start with Dr. LaFera, and I want to know which one of the 10 do you feel like is really going to help you with your inspiration on a routine basis, okay? Because we need to be inspired by. Now, I'm going to run through this 10 without all the extra. Listen up, all right? Create an inspiration board. Number 2, set aside weekly inspiration time. Number 3, adopt gurus for inspiration. Number 4, celebrate the wins of others. Number 5, create a success stories playlist. Number 6, read biographies of successful entrepreneurs. Number 7, or successful people, by the way. Number 7, create a success affirmation routine. This is a way to get in daily inspiration. Number 8, start a weekly inspiration reflection. Number 9, create a wins wall, WINS wall. And finally, number 10, follow industry trends and successes, all for inspiration. So we're going to start with Dr. LaFera, who is already unmiked. All right, now, Dr. LaFera, we see you. Which one of these do you feel like will be most inspirational for you in your business?
So what was number 8?
Number 8 will start a weekly inspiration reflection.
Oh, okay. What I like to do right now is I like to go to Gold Coast and see like the stories of other successful people, and I like to see how they tell them, because that gives me a couple things. Like that gives me inspiration for where I'm going, to see like where other people started, and it also I see how they tell their story in a way that like is engaging, and so to me that's more similar to number 6.
Okay.
I also do number 1 and number 2. I do digital vision boarding, and for the affirmations, I do that. Like I actually, my eyelashes are all affirmations. So every time I put them on, like I have to see that. So
Love that. I love that idea. All right. Well, that's enough. You going through the whole list. We said 1. Thank you, Dr. LaFera. You super inspired. We appreciate you. All right. Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media, which one of these strategies do you feel will keep you inspired for your business success?
For me, it would be the weekly. I did several months ago, downloaded the masterclass and paid the fee and everything. And, schedule is weird, and I have not committed to that at least once a week, hitting that button and listening to all of those inspirational people with those amazing stories. And we know they're in there giving tips and tools and behind the scenes information. So really making that a part of my weekly regimen. Yeah.
Love that. Thank you, Shawana. Dawana, get out that downward dog and let us know which one of the inspiration strategies you feel will keep you inspired for your business success.
I need to do the inspiration board. I do a lot of the other ones, but that inspiration board, I think putting it in front of me will really, really help.
Yes.
That's what I need to do.
And let me tell you, when you do your boards, you can put those as your phone background. You can put it as your laptop background, somewhere where you see it often, right? We don't want to just create that thing and then throw it away and put it up and never to be seen again, right? We want to place it front and center. print off a copy and put it on your wall. Okay. Do something to where you're encountering it often. All right. Cool. Thank you, Dewana. Cheryl, which
Yeah,
of the
you're welcome.
inspiration strategies do you feel will keep you inspired for your business success?
I do all of these except for one, and that's the stories playlist, which I
Yes.
am about to do.
Love it. I did one yesterday, and I realized that there is a channel that summarizes some of our favorite business books, and I was like, hey, we need to
Mm-hmm.
add that
Mm-hmm.
to the membership. When I'm giving y'all the book summary in our book club, I need to be able to add a link to somewhere where you can kind of listen to a quick summary in addition to reading what I wrote. So I said I'm going to add that for this month. Cool beans. All right, Cheryl. Dr. Tachi, which of the inspiration strategies shared today do you feel will keep you inspired for your business's success?
So, like Dwana, I definitely like the inspiration board idea, but taking that also in a step further, the mood board, which is like for specific projects. So
Yes.
I think that's helpful to visualize some things rather than just say, oh, I'm going to do this. If you actually put it out there. And I'm the type of person who doesn't normally do that type of thing. I like to make a list and be done with it. So I think going in a different direction will help clarify some things.
I like that. I like that. That was good, Dr. Tachi. All right. Heather. Heather, look, Heather back, y'all. Heather been putting us down, but she back, y'all. She's back. The hair is fully
Really?
gray. She looks good. Thank you for coming back. Might be a little snotty nose, but hey, we love you. All
I
right.
am
So
a little
Heather,
snotty
which
nose.
one of the inspiration strategies do you feel will keep you inspired for your business's success?
So I don't want to really jump on what Dwana and Dr. Tachi were saying, but when you said to create the inspiration board, I know a lot of people do like their vision board and whatever. I've done them digitally. I don't really, it doesn't stick with me. I'm more of a tangible, have to cut out the pictures and do the whole collage thing back when we were in like second grade, that sort of thing. So I think for me, that would be great, especially because I can put it like right here on the wall. So it's right by my desk and that sort of thing. But you already know I celebrate the wins of others. So
Yes, I just want you to celebrate yours. So you need to do that one
I'm
too.
gonna do that.
A wins wall. Look, cut that out and put it up there too. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, you can always take a picture and still put it as a background on your laptop, still put it as a background on your phone if that's what you want to do. So just because you're tangibly creating one that's a physical board doesn't mean you can't take a picture and make it digital and take it with you. So
For
yes,
sure.
I love it. Dr. Tacha said, oh, wow, I forgot we had 9. All righty. So, Teray, which of the inspiration strategies do you feel will keep you inspired for your business's success?
I want to create an affirmation routine.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
Me too. Me too. Look,
I just do.
I'm just so inspired by myself on a regular. I don't know if I should be adding more. But yes, I love the way of not just having affirmations that are about abundance or about y'all trying to find y'all true love, y'all twin flame. I love adding in there affirmations that are inspiring for your business growth. I just feel like anything we do every day is gonna have a great impact, right? So I love that. I love that.
I know for myself, like I'm like what Dr. Tachi said. I'm very task oriented.
Yes.
Like my husband got in the habit of being like, so what's on your to-do list tomorrow? I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I have a list the day before. I already know what's on my calendar. I know what time from this time to this. I'm very I like checking stuff off my list. But motivation from the inside is different. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. But affirmations it changes my mindset whenever I'm like, I'm worthy. Like, you know what I mean? Whenever I can sit and like, if I'm in depending on where my mindset is, my thought process, affirmations work, but I don't do them. So I need that.
You should. All right, thank you for that. Over here on the YouTube side, we got Chantilly, we got Kaisha's over here, we got Keith over here, and Dr. Toya done snuck in over here instead of in studio like she usually is. And Chantilly said she's going to do the inspiration board, the wins wall, and follow industry trends and successes. Kaisha said following inspirational trends would be helpful, including following the gaps in offerings, not just what works, but what isn't working. Those are areas of opportunity. I love that. We're going to talk more about that kind of thing later in the week, Kaisha. Keith said an inspiration board, put it in front of my computer so I can check it every day to make sure I'm on track. Yes, I love that. Dr. Toya said weekly reflection. I love that. Chantilly has added, I started doing my affirmations again this week. They are based on my monthly brand strategy goals. I love it. I love it. I'm loving it, y'all. Hope y'all are loving it also. Let us go to the announcements. Make sure we get y'all in here. So the October calendar for our free community is it's up, y'all. And I just remembered that I didn't tell y'all how to get in the group. I told y'all to join it and didn't tell you how to join it. Go to shaycannon.info/group. Join the group. The October calendar is up because, again, we do lots of stuff in our group for free. That's what makes us the best. Wednesday, one of the things that we're doing is if you bought the success kit for the Clarity Clinic, the Business Clarity Clinic, we have a bonus VIP session on Wednesday night. We're going to talk about beyond clarity. Now that we have this clarity, like what are our very next steps? We're going to talk about that on Wednesday night. On Thursday, we have our collab live. This will be our second time doing collab live. The first time was hugely successful. Like it was still going after we did the live. So we're doing it again this Thursday for about 30 minutes. We will live stream into the group at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. What you're going to do is you're going to come ready with the things you need to collaborate with people for, and the things that you have in exchange as value for that collaboration, because collaboration is win-win. It's not just what you need, it's also what you can give. Okay, so we're doing that on Thursday. On Friday, our Get Shit Done work session is on Friday. If you are in the paid membership, that quarterly CEO productivity membership, you know you get to come on 2 hours early for a total of 4+ hours. But if you're in our free community, you can come in that last half of the time. So we're doing that on Friday. So again, get in our group. It is free, hugely valuable, more valuable than some of that stuff, that bull jive you paying for. So go to shaycannon.info/group. All right. Does anybody have any questions about inspiration or any nuggets? Does anybody do anything different than what we've talked about today for inspiration that you would like to share?
This is Cheryl. I have inspiration music playlists.
I love that. I love that. I do binaural beats sometimes to be inspired. I love that.
Wait, say that
Anybody
again.
else?
You do what? What is that called?
Binaural. Did I say it wrong? Y'all know
I
I'm
don't
from
know.
the
I'm just asking.
binaural beats, binaural
Binaural.
music. It's the
Okay.
frequency. It's the frequency music. It's got the frequency waves for your chakras and shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that I think that's BINURAL, binaural. Look, if Dr. Toya was on her, she could unmic and tell us for real how I pronounce it correctly. But she's on the YouTube side. Okay, Dr. LaFera just corrected me. BINAURAL. Just look for it. Okay, Google it. Now, anybody else have any questions about inspiration or any nuggets you want to share before we get out of here?
My inspiration board is right here. I didn't mind sharing it because a couple of you guys mentioned it, and mine is very different than what I usually see out here, and so I just wanted to share like a piece of it.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Now I will tell you, in So we're talking about motivation tomorrow, and those remind me of motivation more than it reminds me of inspiration. So inspiration is mostly things that you can see that inspire you, because it is a success that you see. So it's an success that you inspire to have. So that's more of a motivation board, I would say, just because it's more of the so think about, we're going to talk about this tomorrow, but think about in corporate America, how it was very popular at one time to have these pictures in your office that was like, leadership, and not, these action words that were supposed to be hugely motivational. So yeah, inspiration is more like vision, right? Whereas the motivation is action, it's more like mission. But we're going to talk about motivation tomorrow. One last thing before we get out of here. Oh, Cheryl, did you want to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, when you talk about motivation versus inspiration, it really hit because there are certain cities when I get off the plane, I get so motivated, like New York, Stuttgart, believe it or not, Kansas City. But it's like you feel like you can do anything. It's like the energy just flows, and I always have a marvelous time as well. So when you started saying that, I was like, and then I realized, yep, that is a very valid thing. And I keep pictures of those cities and even the foods that I enjoy that inspire me to live a life that, for instance, I don't wait on things. I use my china. You see what I'm saying? I don't wait to get, say, the pen set. I get my pen set. And the wonderful thing about God is you put the request before him. I have a God list, and he just makes it happen. So
right now,
thank you.
Love it. Love it. Dr. Tachi, you got your hand up.
I do. Thank you for lowering it. So when you were talking about how it was really popular, like I guess in the 90s, early 2000s, to have for companies to have those leadership and things like that, it I guess it's also the antithesis of what you want to do if you create these boards and then you don't do what you're supposed to do or don't follow it. Because how many of those companies that we see that have the wonderful photographs have toxic work environments. So to the same tone, if you create it, it feels like you ought to follow it. And like you said, have it somewhere where you can see it.
Yes, I love that. Thank you for that reminder. All right, before we get out of here, I have a chat GPT prompt for you, because if you're having a hard time finding inspiration, our boyfriend, the Chatster, can help you. So if you insert your elevator pitch, right, to kind of teach it a little bit about you, a little bit about your business, then you can put in there, my ideal of success is, enter your definition of success, recommend successful people that do what I do and are influencers on social media that I can follow for inspiration. Okay, so if you just need to find you some inspirational people, that is a prompt that you can use to find inspiration. Now, you can get this, my show notes, right? You can get them two ways. Number one, if you're in our group, shaycannon.info/group. And number two, you can sign up to get the morning show in your inbox, okay? In the mornings, you'll get a reminder to hop on the YouTube link live. And in the afternoon, you'll get an email with two links, one to the replay and one link to the show notes, okay? So that's at shaycannon.com/show, all right? This was a great day. Nice, easy week. I needed this week to be more of soft skills, mindset shift, rather than us getting into the nitty gritty with a whole bunch of action strategies for like revenue and marketing. I needed to be a little light this week coming back off of vacation, but I still see where it's hugely valuable. So I am looking forward to continuing the conversation with you guys on tomorrow. So join us, same time, same place. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day, everybody. See you right back here on tomorrow.